Hello everyone, this is CoolPro195 and welcome to part 19 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy for the PlayStation 4, and in this part we are attempting to go for all the platinum relics in the 5th and final warp room, plus the 6th and secret warp room for Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back within this AAA remastered trilogy. And we are starting off with level 21, Piston It Away. So the target time for a Sapphire Relic in this level is 1 minute and 57 seconds. However, we're going for a Platinum Relic, so to recap, the target time for a Sapphire Relic is 1 minute and 57 seconds, for a Gold Relic it's 1 minute 23 seconds and 33 milliseconds, and for a Platinum Relic it's 1 minute 16 seconds and 3 milliseconds. So let's jump right into level 21, Piston It Away for the Platinum Relic. This run has resulted with a Platinum Relic with a time of 1 minute, 3 seconds and 12 milliseconds. Not the amount of time this took, well, I don't know why I'm putting numbers, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, the amount of time this took, you know. This run in particular just took the piss a lot, and I'm talking like hitboxes and shit. Yeah, it's the same story as previous levels, but much worse, hence it's a harder level. Now that's officially the Platinum Relic earned for level 21, Piston It Away. And to recap, the time I got for a Platinum Relic in level 21, Piston It Away was one minute, 3 seconds and 12 milliseconds, which is actually quite a solid time, to say the least, especially considering the level design. You know, it's clear that the levels in Crash 1 and 2 are not designed for time trials, so I'm not surprised by the amount of bullshit I went to. It really took the fucking piss, especially when it came to the hitbox of those enemies, where they have those electronic legs, and when they put their legs down, you still take damage from it, which is fucking retarded. But at the same time, it partially worked in my favour for the run, since I could have used it I actually used it as a damage boost to kill the others, hence you get a bit of invincibility, so that helps out. But it fucks you over if you just want to have a nice consistent run. But you know, it was a risk I had to take for this run in particular. It just shows how fucked up the hitboxes are. This level just exposes the hitboxes even further. Man, I feel so cheated by those electronical hitboxes, I'm not gonna lie. was electronic hitboxes really fucking take the piss. Also, another thing about this level, for the time trial, in order to get a platinum relic at least, especially to score a solid time like mine, is that you had to, at the beginning of the level, you had to wait for the pillar to go down and then go back up before you start running and collecting the clock, because then there's a section of pillars shortly afterwards that you have to get past, and if you go straight away, they're going to be down for like an unnecessary amount of time, which is effectively blocking your path, and it wastes potential seconds of time. So it was actually smart of me to wait, because if you do that, if you wait for the pillar to go up like a second time, like the first pillar to go up a second time, all those pillars wouldn't be, it would be a much more clearer section. All those pillars wouldn't be down, it would just be finishing its cycle by then. But yeah, this level really took the pissing it away. More like pissing it away. I sure pissed this fucking level away, since it's been fucking pissing me off with all the shortcomings and all this crap. But anyways, now finally moving on to level 22, Rocket. The target time for a Sapphire Relic in this level is 1 minute and 15 seconds. However, we're going for a Platinum Relic. So to recap, the target time for a Sapphire Relic is 1 minute and 15 seconds. For a Gold Relic, it's 59 seconds and 55 milliseconds. And for a Platinum Relic, it's 53 seconds and 44 milliseconds. So let's jump right into level 22, Rocket, for the Platinum Relic run. This run has scored me the Platinum Relic of a time of 46 seconds and 74 milliseconds. And this took a good number of restarts, but not as much as the previous one, partially surprisingly, hence the mechanics. Going from a platforming level, a very hard platforming level at that, to a jetpack level, that's a major transition to go through. Now that's officially the Platinum Relic earned for level 22 Rocket, and to recap, the time I got for a Platinum Relic in level 22 Rocket was 46 seconds and 74 milliseconds, which is, again, a really solid time as it's really that far past the mark. Just like 3 seconds off from the world record though, but hey, we're here to score a Platinum Relic at the very best, or at the very least, not world record. That shit's for my spare time. But yeah, anyways, for the jetpack's delayed controls, I figured I could have done much worse, but surprisingly I did better than I thought, considering, you know, the mechanics of these jetpack levels. There is a delay I've noticed since I first tried it for the first time in the AAA remastered build. But I think the more times you play it, the more it grows on you, but you know. It was actually quite easy to maneuver around more in the Platinum Relic in this like time trial run, ironically, in comparison to how I was doing previously in the Let's Play. Oh, and also fun fact, for those of you who might have missed this during the run, there's an Easter egg. There's a Fake Crash Easter egg where you see Fake Crash just dancing, floating and dancing in like outer space. In like that first tube you go through, you know, the first area where you see the windows that show you the outside of the level and the whole hyperspace background. You see Fake Crash dancing in hyperspace and floating at the same time, which is hilarious. I'm not sure, I don't exactly remember if they had that in Pack Attack either, but as for level 24 Pack Attack, we'll see, because I don't exactly remember. But yeah, again, that's another 100% completion like bonus if you complete the game 100%. So it's just like Crash 1 where they added Fake Crash in Insanity Beach, which is actually really interesting. And as a special treat after this run is done, I plan to come back to this level just for the fun of showcasing, you know, the actual full animation of Fake Crash dancing in hyperspace. You see him, because considering you've only seen like a glimpse of it, but yeah, well, it doesn't make sense how he's not wearing a helmet, but at the same time it doesn't make sense how regular Crash ain't wearing a helmet either, hence it's all in hyperspace. But you know, it is what it is. Actually, in a way it does make it sense because he's inside, but when he's like outside, it doesn't 100% help. But yeah, anyways, yeah, when it's outside, it don't make sense for Fake Crash. Anyways, now moving on to the next level, which is the only level that's not a space level. Partially is, but at the same time it isn't, but you know, mostly it isn't. Anyways, moving on to level 23, Night Flight. The target time for this level for Sapphire Relic is 1 minute and 45 seconds. However, we're going for a Platinum Relic, so to recap, this target time for a Sapphire Relic is 1 minute and 45 seconds. For a Gold Relic, it's 1 minute 10 seconds and 98 milliseconds. And for a Platinum Relic, it's 1 minute 4 seconds and 49 milliseconds. So let's jump right in to level 23 Night Fight for the Platinum Relic run. This run resulted with a Gold Relic with a time of 1 minute 4 seconds and 59 milliseconds. However, we're aiming to get a Platinum Relic, so I'm gonna quickly get this run done. It's an easy level, but ironically I got a gold. It's still a decent time, but you know. Right, so now that's the gold relic time earned in level 23 night fight with a time of 1 minute 4 seconds and 59 milliseconds. However, we're going for the platinum relic, so I'm gonna jump back in for the platinum relic to achieve the time of, or get past the time of 1 minute 4 seconds and 49 milliseconds. And I was exactly on the mark, I was just shy of it. Man, that's such a piss take. I'm telling you, that's a steal right there. Look, the target time for a sapphire relic is 1 minute 1 minute 4 seconds and 49 milliseconds. And I was just past that, like, fucking hell. Anyways, time to jump back into level 23 night fight for platinum relic run. This run has resulted with a platinum relic time with a time of 1 minute 1 second and 2 milliseconds, which is actually a much better time. And yeah, admittedly the previous long run could have gone better, but for a gold relic, I gotta say it's really decent. It's a close platinum. Now we officially have the platinum relic in level 23 night fight in order to cover up the gold relic of shame. No, I'm just kidding. A gold relic's still decent, but you know. A platinum relic is obviously what we're going for, so if it's possible to do and it's a set goal in the game, why not go for it? Especially for a professional like me for Crash Bandicoot. You'd expect me to get a platinum. But that's just me anyways. Now moving on to the actual time. To recap, the time I got for a platinum relic in level 23 night fight was... I can't believe I said level 3, like what the fuck? My time was 1 minute, 1 second and 2 milliseconds. But yeah, like, I can't fucking speak for shit right now since these relics, these time trials are messing up my head now, which is pure fuckery. But then again, what isn't pure fuckery nowadays, especially when you get a close to platinum and it turns out to be a gold, like, that's piss taking right there, that's a steal, you know? It's like fucking, it's like the last 3 relics of Crash 1, like, repeating themselves. It's like that part of history repeating itself in a nutshell, for this Let's Play entirely, I'd say, at the very least. And the reason why I mentioned that it was ironic for me to get a gold relic in this level is because this isn't even a space level. It's not even hard, you know, compared to level 21 and level 22, especially level 24 and level 25, you know. I'd say this is the easiest level, hence, not only because it's a jungle level, but the platforming is actually more comprehensive in level 23. to say the very least. Even though it's technically a bug-light level, the platforming is still very straightforward, and to be honest, I mean, I know it can be a little tricky at the beginning, but I'd say at the very least, if once you're past that split path entirely, you have nothing to worry about. It's like literally a breeze from that point forward, up until the end. That first run had potential, but you know, we finally got the Platinum Relic for level 23 Night Fight. And yeah, this is the first bug-light level that I got a Platinum Relic in, as level 27 totally flies. Obviously the secret level, which I'm leaving to last, hence it being a secret level, because I'm doing these relics chronologically in level order, or chronological level order. But anyways, that's enough of that. Now that this is finally over, we can move on to level 24 Pack Attack. The target time for this level for a Sapphire Relic is 1 minute and 22 seconds. However, we're going for a Platinum Relic. So to recap, the target time for a Sapphire Relic is 1 minute and 22 seconds. For a Gold Relic, it's 1 minute 8 seconds and 29 milliseconds. And for a Platinum Relic, it's 58 seconds and 25 milliseconds. So let's jump right into level 24 Pack Attack for the Platinum Relic run. This run has resulted with a Platinum Relic of the time of 55 seconds and 41 milliseconds. And I gotta say, just like Rocket, in a way it was sort of like an easy ride in a way, but at the same time, not really. Given the level difficulty, and you know, the controls for the jetpack. We now officially have a Platinum Relic for level 24 Pack Attack, and to recap, the time I got for a Platinum Relic in level 24 Pack Attack was 55 seconds and 41 milliseconds, which, again, is a solid time, especially for a level like this. Especially given it's not a platforming level. And also another funny thing is that I figured that it would have been harder, but it isn't. And yeah, there are no Easter eggs, no fake crash Easter eggs that I've noticed in this level. But anyways, yeah, apart from that, it's not really as hard as Pack Attack. I mean, it's not really as hard as Rocket. But I've got to say, for both levels in terms of a clock placement, they could have been placed a little better. I mean, I know that there are strategies for you to catch the clock from a certain position. I mean, they were put in a fairly decent place, but it still could have been in a better position from my point of view. Hence, you know, that it's so close. Yeah, even though it's set after you collect the jetpack. Even though it's set after you equip the jetpack, it's still too close, like, to where you start off, at the very least. They could have slightly pushed it a little further instead of like that close to the starting point, and that would have made it easier to catch the clock, especially from a specific angle where you would potentially cut a certain amount of milliseconds off in order to get a good time, potentially even the world record on the leaderboard. But you know, it is what it is. And also, as for the jetpack controls, in how to relate them to the time trials, they actually feel slow in the time trial, but then again, that's probably just a placebo effect. That's probably just a placebo effect of me being in that mindset of being in a time trial and I'm trying to get through the level as fast as I can, yet there's the jetpack going slow as fuck in comparison to how anyone would picture it going. I'd say in the original it actually goes faster than in the AAA remastered build, even though ironically the original was at 30 frames per second while the AAA remaster is at 60 frames per second. Well, it is at 30 frames per second if you play with like certain settings on your PS4 Pro, if you have like don't have, you know, boost mode on, and I think the same goes for the original PS4, which it doesn't have boost mode, so it's automatically 30 frames per second for the original PS4, but the PS4 Pro just gets that advantage of 60 frames per second, so overall performance is better on the PS4 Pro. Although obviously PC, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait for the PC version to come out, as for all the other versions. Anyways, that's another topic for another time, so moving on to level 25, Spaced Out, the final level in Warp Room 5 before we go to the secret Warp Room for the last two relics. The target time for a Sapphire relic in level 25, Spaced Out, is 2 minutes and 3 seconds, however we're going for a Platinum relic. So to recap, the target time for a Sapphire relic is 2 minutes and 3 seconds, for a Gold relic it's 1 minute 9 seconds and 24 milliseconds, and for a Platinum relic it's 56 seconds and 95 milliseconds. So let's jump right into the last level of this Warp Room, level 25, Spaced Out, for the Platinum relic run. This run has resulted in the Platinum relic with a time of 40 seconds and 10 milliseconds. And yes, as you can tell, I have to enter this again, hence the fact that this has been split into 2 recordings yet again. But you know, it was another one of those situations. But anyways, yeah, that's this level finally complete with the Platinum relic. Now we officially have the Platinum relic in level 25, spaced out. And to recap, the time I got for this level was, for a platinum relic in level 25 spaced out, was 40 seconds and 10 milliseconds, which is actually a really solid time. Way more than 10 seconds past. Like over 16 seconds past the platinum relic mark, which is actually a very solid time, if I do say so myself. Especially since I have just kept on restarting this level, trying to go through it with like no fuck ups whatsoever, but this one turned out with at least the least amount of fuck ups, with considering the boost damages that I've used unintentionally, by the way. It's resulted in this decent time for a platinum relic. But you know, then again, the platinum relic time for this level is actually quite lenient, just like piston it away. Although it was almost a case of taking like 2 hours in a second recording, just like in Road to Nowhere and Cold Hard Crash, but thank fuck it didn't get to that situation. And ironically, initially the space levels, as in like speedrunning them for a platinum relic, was partially what I was dreading. Like before I even done them first time, before the Let's Play, and also in the Let's Play as well. But it turned out, ironically, the space levels are easier than the snow levels, easier than Cold Hard Crash, I must say, but I'm just speaking from my own personal experience, not from what other people are saying. I mean, of course, whether you find easy is all down to you, more power to you if you find, you know, the snow levels easier, but hence, you know, you don't have ice physics in, you know, the space levels, obviously, because it goes without saying that it's not a snow level, so, yeah. Hence, there are no ice physics, it doesn't add to the piss takes. However, this level, and I'm speaking for this level in particular, and partially for piston it away, the hitboxes of those enemies, like those bugs with those tentacles, those electronic tentacles, they have such massive hitboxes, it just cheats you in such a massive way, especially when you're at that beginning section of Spaced Out where, you know, you try and achieve those perfect slides. And sometimes there was like a close corner, there's a close call where I land in that tiny bit of space between those nitros and one of those enemies that have those like pipes surrounding them. In a way they kind of look like walking boilers in a way, but at the same time not really, but you get the picture. But yeah, it was such a little space and you can just about slide them away and not touch the nitro, but you have to land it perfectly, and the amount of runs I had to do that, man, that took the piss. But you know, sometimes, at some points later on in the run, or in the level I must say, it is partially to do with guessing, but at the same time, like the more times I went through, the more clearer it got, but it was still more to do with like guessing of what my next move is going to be. But of course I would have had to think of it on the spot based on the events, based on what happened, because you know, times like this you gotta readjust that you're thinking in terms of the patterns. And not only that, but the cycles, like you really gotta time everything perfectly, otherwise you're either gonna get squished at a certain point later on, or you're just gonna get held back by certain pillars that are just gonna be pushed down, and you could be potentially saving a lot of time for yourself. That really adds another learning curve if you think about it. Whenever you're doing the time trials, it really puts the mechanics to the test, and it shows that, you know, there are so many things wrong with the mechanics, but thankfully they plan to fix it. And not only that, but at the beginning of the level, especially with that platform that goes back and forth with those lava pipes or whatever they are surrounding them, man, that you could piss easily get yourself killed by that, even when you're like slide jumping on top of it. And when the mechanics don't register, like sliding or jumping, it's even worse. But you know, a lot of the stuff really doesn't make sense in terms of mechanics. Although the clock positions were decent enough, to be honest. And yeah, it was, for running, as you've seen, it was just like piston it away. You gotta wait a bit in order to have the cycles synced up to a more preferable method. To like a method that's more suitable in order for you to score a decent time to get a platinum relic, which is exactly what I've done. And if a platinum relic is this lenient in this level, it's piss easy to get a gold or even a sapphire. Anyone might as well get a platinum if they actually try hard enough, you know. In the end, it's just common sense. If you really like put your mind to it at least. But anyways, now not only is that the platinum relic earned for level 25, that's officially all 5 platinum relics earned in the 5th warp room in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. But this part is not over yet, because we are going down to the secret warp room to do the last 2 platinum relic runs. The platinum relic runs for the last two levels. Excuse me for that trip up of bullshit, but we get the picture. But yeah, now we are going down to the last 2 levels in the 6th secret warp room, or secret 6th warp room, however you want to call it, in order to get the platinum relics in those 2 levels. And then that officially calls this a part for the 102% completion. And before I end off the video, I'll showcase all the locations. Well, I plan to showcase all the locations of where you see fake Crash in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back within this AAA remastered build. Okay, now as you see in the 6th secret warp room, you can clearly see that these were previous levels that have already been done, so obviously you're gonna see platinum relics here already. Hence this is like level 7 air crash from warp room 2, which we've already done. And this is level 2 Snogo from warp room 1, which we've already done. And this is level 14 Road to Ruin from warp room 3, which we've also already done. So that leaves the remaining actual secret levels in this warp room to do, and that's level 26 Totally Bear and level 27 Totally Fly. So for chronological order's sake, we'll be starting off with Totally Bear and finishing off with Totally Fly. Okay, so now moving on to level 26 Totally Bear for the platinum relic run. The target time for a sapphire relic in this level is 58 seconds. However, we're going for a platinum relic, so to recap, the target time for a sapphire relic is 58 seconds, for a gold relic it's 47 seconds and 36 milliseconds, and for a platinum relic it's 41 seconds and 63 milliseconds. So let's jump right into level 26 Totally Bear for the platinum relic run. This run has resulted with a platinum relic with a time of 37 seconds and 53 milliseconds, and that was actually quite a simple run for what it was worth. It was easy to get a concept of anyway, and it didn't take as much tries compared to the previous polar levels that I've encountered with a platinum relic run. Now that's officially the platinum relic earned for level 26 Totally Bare, which leaves us with one more platinum relic left to earn. So to recap, the platinum relic time I got for level 26 Totally Bare was 37 seconds and 53 milliseconds, which again was also quite a solid time. There's a good number of seconds past the platinum relic mark, which is actually really decent. And considering this is supposed to be a harder level than level 8 Bear It and level 13 Bear Down put together, it wasn't that much of a problem, although Bear It was a breeze. But Bear Down was more of a problem than Bear It, but ironically, Totally Bare was actually, it didn't take me as many tries as it did for Bear Down. So yeah, this was, I don't know, it was partially a genuine surprise. It was partially genuine surprising, but at the same time, it's partially to be expected, hence it's like, not one of those platforming levels, but But then again, it's debatable. The difficulty of the levels in comparison is debatable for the polar bear levels, just like it is for a comparison of the difficulty between the space levels and the snow levels, or even Cold Hard Crash alone. But yeah, anyways, now that's officially Totally Bare complete the platinum relic. Time for the final level in the entire game of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back within Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy to get a platinum relic in. We are moving on to level 27, Totally Fly. For the platinum relic, the target time for a sapphire relic in this level is 1 minute and 21 seconds. However, we're going for a platinum relic, so to recap, the target time for a sapphire relic is 1 minute and 21 seconds, for a gold relic it's 1 minute 2 seconds and 8 milliseconds, and for a platinum relic it's 54 seconds and 75 milliseconds. So let's jump right in to level 27 Totally Fly for the platinum relic. This run has resulted with a platinum relic with a time of 53 seconds and 35 milliseconds, and for earning all of the platinum relics, or gold or platinum relics in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, we get the PSN trophy Wumpa Burner Engaged. Now that's officially the Platinum Relic earned for level 27 Totally Fly, and not only this level but for the entire AAA remastered build of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. To recap, the target time I got for a Platinum Relic in level 27 Totally Fly was 53 seconds and 35 milliseconds, and as an additional bonus, not only have we completed the game with 102% completion, but we also got the PSN trophy, as you've seen as we are exiting the level, called 1 per burner engaged, or 1 per burners engaged, and that's for you achieve that trophy whenever you get when all of the Platinum Relics, all of the relics that you've earned in the entire game are either gold or platinum, with not a single one of the relics being a sapphire. Either way, it's awesome that you can get both, but you know, I went for platinum because it's the best anyone can get if they really put their minds to it. There's the Sapphire Relic of Celibacy, the Gold Relic of Shame, and the Platinum Relic of Prestigiousness. Well, technically also the Gold Relic could actually be the Gold Relic of Triumph as well at the same time, considering for those who just don't want to get the Platinum and just want to get the Gold just so they can get the 102% completion. It's fine because it still gets you for 102% completion anyway, which is actually really cool. It doesn't make people have to go the extra mile to do Platinum Relics, but if they want to, if they're very perfectionists like myself, then why not go for the prestigious Platinum Relics? But anyways, it's on you. It's basically your own mindsets, effectively. So yeah, that's all to do with personal preference. But anyways, as you can see right now, not only do we have 102% completion and a 1 per burner engaged PSN trophy, which I think was a gold trophy or a silver trophy. I think it must be a gold if it's that big of an achievement, you know. All gold and platinum relics, I still consider a great achievement, especially in games like this. Even though these games weren't designed for the relics, I gotta say it's still a great achievement regardless. Imagine if we were used to them in the originals. If they had them in the originals, we probably would be used to them, but given the fact that these levels weren't originally designed for time trials and only the levels in Crash 3 were originally designed for time trials, it's different in Crash 1 and 2 in comparison to Crash 3. And yeah, as an additional bonus for the 102% completion, we see fireworks in the 6th secret warp room, or the 6th secret warp room, or the secret 6th warp room, however you want to call it. Which is actually a really nice touch. It's a great innovation. It just feels more like, you know, a massive celebration. It's really cool how you can like do the spin jump in order to get like a better view, the slide spin jump to get a better view of fireworks, which is actually really cool. But yeah, that's officially Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back complete, and all we've got left to do now in this Let's Play is the Coco Bandicoot playthrough, which I'll get to in a bit. But before I forget, I'm going to showcase all of the areas where you would see all of the levels, or all of the areas within all of the levels where you would see Fake Crash appear in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back within this AAA remastered build in Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy. Before I forget to do so, and the first level that Fake Crash appears in Crash 2 is Hang 8. So let's jump right into Hang 8 for the Fake Crash showcase. And there you see Fake Crash dancing in the distance within the death path of level 3 Hang 8 in this first warp room. doing his old classic dance, which is referencing the Macarena, effectively. Well, in the original he would be, but now he's doing some sort of new dance. And there you go, that's the partial reference to Macarena, but you know, it's the way it is, or Macarena, but you know, it depends on the accent, but yeah, anyways, you get the picture. Now we've seen Fate Crash in level 300, let's move on to the next level that he's showcased in. Now coincidentally, Fate Crash appears next in level 4 of the pits, so let's jump right in the pits for the Fate Crash showcase. And there we see Fate Crash dancing in level 4 of the pits in the background scenery where we can't access. And I gotta admit, that is actually a cool place to have him dancing there. And also at the same time it sort of gives me that Crash to Insanity vibe in a way. Considering, you know, you can piss easily break that game in order to go out of bounds and all that shit, so imagine how you'd be able to do that in Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy. Given the quality building, given the programming of this game. It'd be sick if you could actually interact with Fate Crash. But you know, it is what it is. Just seeing his dance in all these levels, it's amazing, you know. It's fucking amazing. But yeah, it's enough of that, let's move on to the next level. Now moving on to the next level, where Fate Crash is showcased. It happens to be a level in the second warp room, and that level is level 9 Crash Crush. So let's jump right into level 9 Crash Crush for the Fate Crash showcase. And there we have it, the next Fate Crash showcase, which is actually in the scenery of this level, but of course, we don't have enough time to actually look at him, otherwise we're gonna get smashed by the boulder, so Crash better fucking leg it in order to, so then we don't actually, you know, get smashed by the boulder, which is fuckery. And we can't get over here either. So yeah, we can't break the game. Man, it's like punishment for sightseeing, you know. Anyways, that's officially this level showcase. Now moving on to the next level, where Fate Crash is effectively showcased in. Alright, so now the next level Fate Crash is actually showcased in is not in the third warp room, funnily enough. So yeah, this is the only warp room, minus the secret warp room, secret sixth warp room, however you want to call it, that has a level that does not feature Fate Crash in it, so we're going to be skipping a warp room for this Fate Crash showcase, hence he's not present in the third warp room in any of the levels there. So the next level that Fate Crash is showcased in is level 18 Cold Hard Crash, so let's jump right in to level 18 Cold Hard Crash for the Fate Crash showcase. And there we see Fate Crash dancing in the background, believe it or not, as you can see in the reflection of the ice mirror that you can see. He's like dancing on one of the slopes that are on the wall, if I'm not that mistaken. But yeah, the best view you can get with him is from here, and he's just on the edge. Imagine like how he feels just dancing on the edge right there. Oh, he probably doesn't feel that bad. He probably looks like a badass dancing on that edge over there. He's just like, fuck you bitches, I'm on this edge like a boss. I'd like to see you try and do this shit. But yeah, anyways, that's officially the showcase done for Fate Crash in level 18 Cold Hard Crash. And yeah, it's in the death path, believe it or not. Actually no, this is the best view where you can get it at, which is actually really cool. Hence you have more space on the mirror to look at it, so. And obviously when I was doing the time trial, it's easy to glance over it, it's easy to look past it. But now that we're actually looking carefully, it's much more noticeable. But anyways, moving on. That's officially this level showcased for Fake Crash. Now, for the next level, now to actually go into the next level that Fake Crash is actually showcased in. So now the next level that Fake Crash is showcased is coincidentally another level that's placed next to a level that is previous in the level order and also has previously showcased Fake Crash, or previously has Fake Crash positioned in it for a 100% completion. 100% completion, so moving on to level 19 Ruination for the Fake Crash showcase. And there we have it, there we see Fake Crash in level 19 Ruination on the pillar standing on the right hand side. There he is dancing, and by the way, we cannot access that because Crash will go off the screen and will not land on it, he'll just fall right through it. So yeah, it's not an invisible wall scenario that Crash can't access, it's just, you know, one of those situations where they didn't bother to put any collision in that platform for Crash in particular, but only for Fake Crash, as it's just essentially just an Easter egg. So yeah, that's essentially what they did at Fake Crash. However, the interesting thing is that we don't just showcase him like that, we can also showcase him by going around on here, and then we can see him as we make our way to the bonus round to get a much closer look at Fake Crash, which is also really interesting, I gotta say. It's really cool that they made these Easter eggs for Fake Crash, and especially, you know, the way you can get a better view by moving on, by going into the bonus round. It's really interesting. You can also see him on the way back, which is also really neat. But yeah, moving on to the next level that we see Fake Crash showcased in this AAA remastered build of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. Now moving on to the next level that showcases Fake Crash, which happens to be in the 5th and final main warp room. And as you've seen before in this part previously, Fake Crash is also showcased in level 22 Rocket. So let's jump right in for the Fake Crash showcase. And here we have Fake Crash just floating in outer space, in hyperspace, outside the space window of potentially an escape pod, if you could call it that. But yeah, try and not get Aku Aku blocked the way. Fuck off, Aku Aku. But yeah, as you can see, he's dancing in space, which is actually, you know, pretty neat. And we can get a close-up of him as we, like, move, you know, further or closer to him anyway. Again, it doesn't make sense how he's not wearing a helmet and he's still like surviving out there in space, just happily dancing and not exploding into pieces. But you know, the Crash Bandicoot franchise entirely does have a cartoon approach, so it's no surprise that a lot of things don't make sense, just like in a bunch of other games. But yeah, that's officially the Fake Crash showcase showing for level 22. Now moving on to the next level that we can see Fake Crash showcased in. Now moving on to the final level that Fake Crash is showcased in and makes an appearance in as an Easter egg, which happens to be the final level in the entire game. And before anyone starts, no, it's not level 25 spaced out, it's certainly not that level. the final level in the entire game that comes in the chronological order where Fake Crash is showcased is in level 27 Totally Fly. So let's jump right into level 27 Totally Fly for the Fake Crash Easter egg showcase for the last time. And just as predicted, we see Fake Crash right here in the background scenery of the game, and we don't get much time to see him, hence this bug light. But you know, it's really cool that we get to see him in one of these bug light levels as well. So yeah, it's actually quite amazing how they actually put him in the very final level of the game. And now we actually see him in the dark where the bug light has finally lost its time with Crash. So yeah, seeing him dance in the dark is also really cool. It really adds to that element, you know. I really like how they brought Fake Crash as an Easter egg to all three games instead of just the third game in the AAA Remastered Trilogy. So yeah, anyways, now that's officially the Fake Crash showcase for all levels done. Now back to the warp room to summarize the completion of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back within this AAA Remastered Trilogy in this Let's Play. Right, now that's officially the Fake Crash showcase also over and done with before I've forgotten to do so, and I figured I'd also include that in this part, considering I did the same thing with Crash Bandicoot 1, so it would make sense for me to do it with Crash 2. Even though I did partially forget that Fake Crash was also in Heavy Machinery in Crash 1, which I forgot to showcase, but we could easily go back to that, and as a compensation for those who may have missed them, at the end of the completion for at least Crash 3 before I start playing the DLC in the Let's Play for bonus parts, I would showcase all of the Fake Crash locations as a recap for the entire 3 games before, or like after I finish like going through, you know, the Fake Crash locations in Crash 3 with commentary. I'll just recap all of them without commentary afterwards for the showcase. And to be pointless doing it after the DLC, considering Fake Crash does not appear as an Easter egg in the DLC. Although what would be interesting DLC wise is that you can get a playable character. You can get Fake Crash as a playable character, which would be really sick. And it wouldn't surprise me if you could play like Crash does. I mean, obviously they would implement the same physics and stuff, so of course they've taken the same model in order to make Fake Crash in his AAA remastered form in this build of the games as well. But yeah, that would be really cool. Anyways, now moving on, that's officially this part of the Let's Play done. And earlier you've seen fireworks as a celebration for completing this game with a 102% completion playthrough, for getting like the relics, for earning relics that are either gold or platinum for like all of the levels within Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. And not only does that celebrate it, but there's also another aspect that's in the pause menu, which you see, that also celebrates the 102% completion. And it's the fact that the 102% text is actually flashing, which is a really nice effect. I love that attention to detail that they put into it. It gives it a much more of a celebratory vibe, I gotta say. Visually they made this look amazing. I really can't discredit them on that. Even though I can't pretend that, you know, the physics and hitboxes could be so much better. But presumably they're undergoing maintenance on fixing that as of recent news, so I suppose that's good news for the AAA remastered trilogy. Anyways, now moving on to where we would start off the next part. Alright, so now that's officially part 19 over with the 102% completion playthrough complete with all platinum relics in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. And in the next part, which is part 20, we'll be starting off with the Coco Bandicoot playthrough for Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, just like I've done for Crash Bandicoot 1 in this AAA remastered build to now. It makes sense to do the same for Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. Yeah, there's Coco's cell phone going off, playing her theme tune. And there it goes frying up until it explodes. Surprised that hasn't happened to her laptop recently, but you know. Anyways, that's officially this Let's Play, well, the completion of this game for this Let's Play complete. And now all there's left to do for this Let's Play, just for fun, is of course the Coco Bandicoot playthrough, as you see her typing on the laptop there. But yeah, now moving on, we'll be doing the Coco Bandicoot playthrough in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, which is gonna add more to the replay value of the Let's Play, so yeah, in terms of the levels. So anyways, people, that's officially part 19 coming to an end, and see you lot in part 20, where I start off the Coco Bandicoot playthrough for the AAA remastered build of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back within Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free and be sure to subscribe, like or rate, however you want to put it. Drop a comment below to leave constructive feedback if you possibly can, and or share it around with your friends and family, whoever they may be. And see you lot in my next upcoming video, whether it's part 20 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy for the PS4, or another video for another project that might happen to be uploaded soon on my channel, but only time will tell. Anyways, see you lot in part 20 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy for the PS4, or another video for another project whenever it may happen. Laters everyone, peace out.